met up with acquaintance 2 at a Maverick gas station in Draper and purchased from him 15 to 30 round green-blue pills, which she understood to be fentanyl.
There was no fentanyl or traces of fentanyl found in the home anywhere.
1 or 2 pills might be accidental. 20 or 5 times the lethal dose is not accidental, Your Honor. That is someone who wants Eric dead.
Since Eric's death, we have learned and unfortunately are continually reminded that Kouri is desperate, greedy, and extremely manipulative. We have watched as Kouri has paraded around portraying herself as a living widow and victim while trying to profit from the death of my brother.
She was married, 3 kids, living in a beautiful home, and now she's accused of murdering her husband. Chanley Painter has more on Kouri Richins.
No matter if it's a parent, a sibling, or a friend, talking about loss with kids can be a tricky subject. Joining us now is author of Are You With Me?, Kouri Richins.
A year after her husband Eric died, Kouri Richins began a book tour promoting her children's book, which counseled children how to deal with grief. In an interview with ABC4, she explained what inspired her to write the book, Are You With Me?
My husband passed away unexpectedly last year. My kids and I kind of wrote this book on the different emotions and grieving processes that we've experienced last year.
2 months after this television appearance, Richins would be charged in connection to the death of her husband. Back in March of 2022, Kouri called authorities to report her husband, Eric, was dead. A medical examiner would discover 5 times the lethal dosage of fentanyl in his system.
She stated that the last time that she saw Eric alive was between 9:30 and 9:45 p.m. She stated that before going to bed, they had had a drink together to celebrate closing on a house for her business. Around 3 a.m. when she woke, she stated she returned to her own bedroom, got into bed, and felt that Eric was cold to the touch. Based on the interviews that we conducted with those who knew Eric well, all stated that he did not use illicit drugs other than consuming THC gummies on occasion.
They knew that he didn't die of a drug overdose that he had caused himself. They knew that he was suspicious of Kouri, and I think that there's some sense of relief right now. They finally put together what appears to be a very compelling case with evidence, with witnesses.
According to court documents, prosecutors believe Kouri began plotting Eric's murder in January of 2022 when she attempted to change his life insurance policy. Eric was notified and changed it over to his sister. Then, in February of 2022, Kouri contacted an unnamed acquaintance asking for some of the Michael Jackson stuff and received 15 to 30 fentanyl pills. 3 days later, on February 14th, 2022, on Valentine's Day, Eric became very ill after eating a sandwich prepared by his wife, Kouri, and he told a friend he believed Kouri was trying to poison him. About 2 weeks later, Kouri reaches out to her contact again, asking for more fentanyl pills. And on March 4th, 2022, Eric was found dead of a fentanyl overdose.
He was moving money. He was preserving his assets. He was doing what he could to take care of his boys. She had changed the life insurance beneficiary. She had changed his business partner's buy-sell agreement.
Like the months leading up to Eric's death, I would term that, and then what happened after. There are transfers between accounts and amongst accounts.
She had done some things. He knew that something was going on. He alerted his family, and he said, I think she's trying to kill me. And he even went so far as to say, if something happens to me, if something horrible happens to me, I want you to have Kouri investigated.
A year after Eric's death, locked in a $3.6 million estate battle with Eric's sister, Kouri releases her children's book on grief. And just a few months later, on May 8th, Kouri is arrested and charged with criminal homicide and counts of possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute.
I just wanted some story to read to my kids, and it's just comforting to them to know that, you know, they're not living this life alone. Like, Dad is still here, it's just in a different way.
Let's bring back in our think tank on this one. Eklund Mercy, Nima Rahmani, Kirk Nurmi with us. Nima, this book, does this help or hurt her at trial?
Oh, I think it hurts her. Yeah, but jurors are not going to like that. They're not going to like her search history. I mean, we've gone through it. The fentanyl, Michael Jackson dose, life insurance, how to, delete your phone so law enforcement can't get into it. I mean, this was why prosecutors, we have such an advantage right now. Technology's really changed the game. This isn't the, serial killer heyday of the 70s and 80s, but jurors are not going to like this at all. If I'm the prosecution, I do everything I can to get this into evidence to just show the type of person she is. Because look, we know that, a lot of these cases comes down to likability and credibility, and she is someone that is not likable at all.
Kirk, Nima mentions all that evidence that's out there, and I look at these cases. Then when we get into the courtroom, in the trial, somehow, some way, the defense always makes it look like that's normal, like these are normal things that you would do. What are your thoughts about what this trial is going to look like for this mother and this, I guess she's a widow?
I think the story is going to be a pretty simple one for the government to tell, because we talk about the methodology, the planning. She's getting fentanyl in February. She's poisoning him over time. He's making statements to his family that if he winds up dead, investigate her. And the book is an important part, and I think Nima's spot on. The book is definitely going to turn the jury against her, because you think about it. This methodical planning. She wants the life insurance. She does that about a month before the death, and she's really setting herself up. We saw that interview where she's setting herself up as having this image of this grieving widow, and she's trying to deal with her kids, and she's really trying to make something of herself, make this image. And I think image is very important to female killers, and I think that is something that the states can be used to their advantage, that she was just trying to make herself this well-off, prominent woman, and she was willing to kill her husband to do it.
Eklund, I'm looking at those pictures, the ones of the couple. They're together and they're mimicking each other's faces and stuff. And look at that. I was like, oh wow, looks like a happy couple, right? Am I naive that people just can't be happy? Like you can't be happy and satisfied. You found someone and you started a family. Like I don't understand. Why do I not understand how it can go from this, what we're looking at, to her accused of murdering him?
People lie, but the issue is the civil level, like the levels of narcissism to create a children's book about that. I've never seen that before. That is a level.
That's next level stuff.
That is what? Like it's for children, like it's past, we've surpassed Gone Girl, and she has made a whole section for herself. I've never seen that before. And then she goes on television. She went on television to talk about it in her coat.
You got to promote it. You write a book, you got to promote it, Eklund. That's the way it works, right? Right, Kirk knows that. You write books, you go out and promote them, right, Kirk?
That's right. That's right, Vinny. Trapped with Miss Arias. Everybody pick it up.
Unbelievable. All right.
What?
We will continue to track this one, obviously. Think Tank staying with us. There we go. Kouri Richins. We've got a scheduling conference coming up September 1st, so we'll have a much better idea when that trial is going to be.